has boosted its investment in regional financial institutions by increasing its shareholding in the Trade and Development Bank (TDB) by 13 billion Kenyan shillings, equivalent to $100 million, and committing additional 6.5 billion Kenyan shillings, equivalent to $50 million to Afreximbank. President William Ruto announced the move during the opening of the 24th COMESA Summit at the Kenyatta International Convention Center in Nairobi, saying the funds will enhance access to long-term financial at interest rates as low as 2%. The initiative aims to strengthen African financial institutions and promote sustainable regional development. The summit was attended by several heads of state and key continental leaders.
We must remember that the free movement of goods and services must be matched by the free movement of people and enhance physical connectivity across the region and the entire continent. Kenya has taken the progressive step by becoming visa-free for most Africans, reaffirming our enduring commitment to regional integration and unity.
Mental health challenges in Kenya are on the rise, with depression and anxiety emerging as leading causes of illness, closely followed by substance and drug abuse. This growing crisis continues to strain the country's already overstretched mental health system. Speaking during the launch of the Kenya Mental Health Project, a collaboration between the Ministry of Health and Johnson & Johnson, Mathari National and Referral Hospital CEO Lawrence Derry underscored the persistent issue of inadequate funding. He noted that current data indicate at least 15% of Kenya's working population is affected by mental health conditions, yet the available resources remain limited.
But we are seeing increase in hard drugs. The narcotics are now finding their way even beyond the coastal region in Nairobi. We've had now they are going up country. And of course, as you're aware, in our especially institutions of higher learning, we've had a lot of penetration of cannabis. This is something that we are really struggling with as an institution. The issue of cannabis use, especially in our universities.
Anthony Gitau from Johnson & Johnson stressed that sustainable progress in mental health care relies on empowering and supporting the caregivers and professionals who make such care possible. He noted that their role is vital in ensuring mental health services reach those who need the most, particularly at the community level. Launched during the second National Mental Health Conference, the Kenya Mental Health Project seeks to train 5,000 community health assistants and 100,000 community health promoters across the country by 2026. The program aims to equip them with comprehensive mental health model to enhance early detection, support, and referral systems nationwide. Stakeholders said the initiative represents a major step towards decentralizing mental health care and making it more accessible, especially in underserved areas, while also helping to ease the burden on Mathari National and Referral Hospital.
Earlier, a patient is identified and linked to appropriate care and given the care that they deserve, most of the time improves the patient outcomes. So for all our patients out there and the families, the sooner you take your family members or the patients to the facilities and they get appropriate care, the better the outcomes will be. The other, which is key, is that mental health affects not only the patient but also the families. And so we also have to work very hard to see how we can return this patient's productive life, because then we release the patient back but also release the caregivers to continue to produce for themselves and for them.
Kenyan athletes have been challenged to uphold integrity, discipline, and excellence amid growing concerns over doping. The call was made during a ceremony at Ruiru Prison honoring athletes who represented Kenya at the 2025 World Athletics Championship in Tokyo. Leaders present, including Principal Secretary for Prisons Salome Beako, Sports Ministry official Elijah Mwangi, and Commissioner General of Prisons Patrick Aradu, underscored the importance of clean sport, positive role modeling, and the optimal use of training facilities, many of which are scheduled for modernization. The event also celebrated Lilian Odira, a prison service athlete who made history by breaking the world record in the 800 meters.
Let us lead by example in observing anti-doping regulations and maintaining professionalism both on and off the field. Let every medal, every victory, and every record be a reflection of hard work, honesty, and ethical conduct.
Still in sports, the Kenya Triathlon team is gearing up for the 2025 African Triathlon Cup set to take place this weekend in Kilifi. After weeks of training in different regions, the athletes say they are confident and determined to deliver a strong performance at home soil against top competitors from across Africa.
Setting targets for a week and usually do around 50 kilometers of running a week and 160 kilometers of biking and maybe 10 to 15 kilometers of swimming. And this has been divided up into intervals. So in the intervals, we do very short and intense sprints, and we do them for repetitions. And then we also do longer intervals, and we also do just general mileage to build up your endurance.
And that's it from the Eastleigh Voice News Desk.